If not, I'll call for a motion that we approve tonight's agenda.
So support.
Motion made by Koivunen, support by Hadrava. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carried. Anybody have any, no appointments or presentations? Anybody from the audience like to address the council at this point? We allow 5 minutes, but we will allow time after the meeting. If not, I'll move on to the consent agenda. Approval of payroll August 16th through the 31st and request to make an additional principal payment on medical office building bond. Anybody have any questions? If not, call for a motion that we approve those 2 items on the consent agenda.
So moved.
Motion made by Rousey. Do I have a support?
I'll support.
Support by Koivunen. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. No public hearings. No unfinished business. We'll move on to new business. Item J1. Resolution abolishing the Eveleth Fire Commission. Anybody have any discussion? I know we've kind of replaced it with the Public Safety Commission comprised of council members.
I would like to say that I'm very happy with the dissertation I got for the reasoning and the legalness of it and everything like that, and understood quite well where everybody's coming from. So I think it's a step in the right direction.
Anybody
Thank
else?
you, Mitch, for that was very good. I took a history lesson.
Well, I think we can update it where you can get more community activity involved in the things that matter. Because some of this stuff is getting beyond what the original intent was. Any other discussion?
So, Mayor, our, in the interim, before we get another committee, or a public safety committee established, I guess for the public's awareness, the affairs of the Fire Commission and Police Commission are going to be dealt with by the Public Safety Committee of the City Council, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then it's our intent to establish a Public Safety Committee at some point as soon as we make some determinations as to what, how we want it to operate. Is that correct?
Yes, I think we have to have a few workshops and how many members, because I know we tossed around. We have 2 remaining members on the police commission, offer them positions on the public safety. And that way you get more community involvement, because the scope is limited and it gets kind of complex now the way things are going.
I have to concur with Councilor Rousey with regard to reasoning and logic to move on from our existing commission system. There was a time that I clearly was not in favor of abolishing either commission, but times have changed and my opinion has changed. This is a situation where we have probably a better system proposed than we currently have in place. Not to speak ill of anyone that served on the commission in the past, but because they've served us well for many, many years. These commissions have been around since the 1930s. So with that, I guess that's pretty much my commentary.
Any further discussion? Call for a motion that we abolish the fire commission. Do we have a motion or a second? Okay.
So moved.
Motion made by Koivunen. Do I have a support?
Support.
Support by Hadrava. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Item number 2, resolution abolishing the Eveleth Police Commission. And basically, Ryan, you had the same thoughts on that one too?
Yes, sir. Oh, and the one thing that I failed to mention or inquire about, the date that this is proposed to be abolished is October 1st, 2019. Is that correct?
Yes, because there was some business that had to be concluded. Chief, I think you had a few items.
There was a meeting this Thursday at 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
And that too will then give everyone involved a little fair notice that, the change is being made and we're looking to another direction. Thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, I think between you, Brian, and the chief, you got a half a century of police experience on there that, can work real nice to do the things we have to and things that are going on now. And the Public Safety Commission, I get more involvement with things, everyday things, foster some community participation, hold some events. But like I say, these have been around from the thirties, you probably have an old guide like I do.
I used to have one, I think I left it behind when I retired.
I think I got one of my discs was in 1932 or something. If no further discussion, I'll call for a motion that we abolish the Eveleth Police Commission.
So moved.
Motion made by Coivinon, do I have a support?
Support.
Support by Drava, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 3, application for exempt permit from Eveleth Youth Hockey Association. This is, I think, something they do on a regular basis.
This is a four-wheeler drawing, isn't it, chief? Well, they've been doing this forever, so also move.
I'll support.
Motion made by Coivinon, support by Hadrava. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Item number 4. Lease agreement between United Taconite Company and the City of Eveleth for seasonal storage of recreational vehicles, campers, trailers on said property. Everybody knows where that is, familiar with that, and mining companies, once I contacted them, they're real good about working with us to get that handled.
Well, I see a need for it, and I appreciate the mining company's effort and in dealing with us and helping us with this, and also move.
You know, and I see a need for it because I'm down there cutting grass and, you know, Tincy's down there and I listen to him and there's like 3 neighbors there that were leaving their camper there, and this way it'll just be legal and everything will go, so I will so move.
Motion made by Drava, support by Koivunen. You know, we're still blocked in by the mining companies. It's tough, and they keep that property up really nice back there. There's some, you know, big ticket rigs sitting there
We bet.
for, you know, half a year until they take their little winter excursions. Any other discussion?
Just to be clear, that's property behind Cleveland Street in the 200 block?
Yep.
Okay.
I think what they're gonna have is, like in a workshop meeting too, how many spaces we're gonna have there, what's gonna be there to what we wanna see there, so it doesn't get to be a junkyard.
You know, I think for the years, because I plow back there used to be like 4 or 5 big campers and a couple little boats, and mostly the same people that own the campers had their boats there. You know, and the people that live there, they look out the door, they see their stuff, so it's kind of nice for them, so. But it's not like, you know, people don't think it's gonna be like 42 campers there, you know. You just can't do that.
No, it's gotta be, look good, safe,
Yes.
and you know, and how much space is there, the space is there.
Yep.
I'm sure they can grid it out somehow.
Oh,
grids
yeah.
Or something, and say you can have this many.
Well, I think those people who were there should get preference, they maintained
Oh,
that
yeah.
property all those years.
They maintained it, and
Looks
actually
good.
all summer, if I'm not mistaken, Tincy was down there with his, and he doesn't keep anything there, he just likes to go out there and cut the grass.
Well, I kept my camper there for 2 years.
Okay,
when
you did.
When I had my big camper.
Yep.
And I asked Tincy's permission.
Oh, yeah, Tincy is, you know, I have a hard time going back there to plow because I get to look for him,
He's the
boy.
warden, he takes good care of the area.
You know, that's
so.
pretty darn secure.
And he
'cause,
keeps a good eye on it too, I'll
Oh,
have
he
you know.
does, he does.
One of the tenants, was gonna want to talk to Minnesota Power, he's retired from there, about putting a light on the pole down there, so it's lit. So they're already looking at making some improvements.
Tincy keeps a good eye on everybody down there.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Request from Eveleth Heritage Society to use the auditorium November 2nd, 2019. Okay, William.
Mr. Mayor, members, council members, staff. staff, and also I'd like to address the public as well, okay? I believe each one of you have a letter from the Eveleth Heritage Society, and tonight I will ask for two things. One is use of the auditorium, and if you could please reduce the fee or eliminate the fee for the auditorium. Second is to initially inform the public what our first fundraiser will be for the Eveleth Heritage Society. Now that we are 501c3, okay? And if I may, I'd like to read part of the letter that will kind of explain and also to the public as well. And this is addressed to the mayor and the council. The Eveleth Heritage Society, formerly the Eveleth Heritage Committee, is kindly requesting that you waive the rental fee for the auditorium for the event on November 2nd. We will host a screening of the 1984 film Wild Rose, which was mainly filmed in Eveleth. The event consists of a social hour, movie screening, and a panel discussion with people involved in the production. The director, John Hansen, will make a special appearance, and we anticipate many other cast and crew members will attend as well. This will be our first major fundraiser for the Eveleth Heritage Committee, as we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we believe this event will be a great way to connect community members and celebrate our heritage. Many Iron Rangers have fond memories working on this movie, and I have a list of them, and believe me, it's a couple pages long, so it's credit for them as well. We want to recognize these people, which tells the story of a female miner working during the economic downturn. It also addresses excellent footage of Eveleth and the surrounding area. The Eveleth Heritage Society will use proceeds from this event to digitalize Eveleth newspapers, and this program has been ongoing for the last couple of years. And Roger Cheever has done an amazing job organizing that, researching, etc. And care of our archive collection and working on the annual 4th of July exhibit and other displays as well. So first of all, I would ask for the use of the auditorium and what you can do on the fee for the auditorium as well.
Bill, if I might ask, excuse me, have you already consulted with staff to see if there's any conflict with anyone else for the use on that particular date?
There is no conflict, right? Dr. Nelson has talked with Jackie about that.
Okay.
And the date is open.
Very good, thank you.
We have already been penciled in.
Okay,
Mitch, can we waive that fee for now? Sure. Okay. I wasn't sure.
No problem.
Mayor, I'd make motion that we allow the use of the auditorium for that particular event on November 2nd, and we waive the fee for that particular event.
Do I have a support?
I'll support.
Motion made by Lillis, support by Draba. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Okay, I want to thank the council very kindly for that, okay? Also, in this medium, I'd like to inform the public, all those individuals who were involved in the movie, if they would please give us a call. I will give Tucker Nelson's phone number to call. His number is 218-780-4594. I'll repeat that, 218-780-4594. If they are interested in coming to the presentation or the screen. We'd like to give credit and recognize those people way back in 1984. So we're very happy to have this first real event under the 501c3 to earn some money for the heritage, so we can continue our work.
Thank you for the work you do.
Pardon?
Thank you for the work you do.
Thank you.
Tucker as well.
You're welcome. Thank you. Any other questions you have, might have?
No, we're pretty good. I am, because, like, a lot of people don't appreciate history anymore, and that's what everything is all about.
Okay.
History, you know, you think of some things, and, I talk with some people from out of the area, and everyday things that we don't think nothing of, it's really kind of fascinating to them.
We already have a request. Are you gonna do enhanced ticket sales? Wow, that's a good sign, okay? So we're talking about that right now and putting all the things together so we can make it a great event.
I have to add one comment, and it's from my grandma. And she said, if you have to remember that history is the rudder that steers the future. If you forget your history, you're doomed to repeat it. And she was pretty adamant of that. I repeated it several times until I learned. That history is very, very important.
Well, Eveleth is a great town, and I believe that part, you know, and don't forget the sign potentially over the railroad bridge over 50th Street comes north. That may be a big hurdle, so please keep that in mind.
You know what's on my mind?
We can go forward with that and give Eveleth some recognition out there. That's what we want.
Well, I told you, I just got a letter from them, how they want to be part of the communities and help. They kind of,
They're gonna get their chance.
yeah, they're getting their chance now.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Bill. Item number 6, we talk about proposal from NTS regarding the Eveleth wastewater treatment plant, and we all know every so many years, Jerry, was it every 3 years or 5 years we have to do a permit?
5 years.
5? And I guess there's some due diligence we want to do here, meet with them, because there comes out a lot of proposals, and make sure that these changes or requirements have a definite need or impact something we want to do, because those projects are huge. And just because someone gets a whim to do something and you're spending millions of dollars, there should be an improvement. That's why I'd like to have a meeting before I get some questions on the recommendations with the MPCA on this, and NTS has a few ideas can help us with once we have an initial meeting on what we should do. But it's always like a root canal every time you gotta deal with that permitting.
So we're gonna table that then?
Yeah, we're not gonna do anything with that until we set up a meeting with those folks. 'Cause I got a lot of questions, you know, so.
Well, somebody should ask them, because this is, could be very expensive for us. And why I mean very expensive, we just put $1.5 million into a water tower, and that'll look like a drop in a bucket with some of these MPCA rules and regs that we might have to adjust to follow. So I hope that something good comes out of it there.
Well, I do too, you know, is there a specific reason they want this change, these standards? Are they looking to correct a problem? Maybe there isn't a problem, I don't know, or they're anticipating a problem that doesn't exist, I guess. I need a little more clarification than just, we want a schedule of what you're gonna do. Put the brakes on until we get some answers here. That's all we have under new business. Does anybody have anything from committee reports or commission meetings? If not, Chief, do you have anything to add?
Not tonight, Mayor.
Jerry, you got anything? You've been spending money like crazy, a lot of money here.
I apologize again. I did want to just mention that they did start the utility groundwork on 300 block of Jackson Street. They figured they'd be doing that, well, if the weather permits, it'd be over a week that they'd be doing utility work, so. It will go fast once it gets moving here. Did quite a bit today, but and they said with the rain, that kind of puts you on hold, so. And then also our fall cleanup started yesterday, so we're have the dumpsters at the city garage to clean up your yards and homes, and next week, starting Monday, we'll be open till 6, the late shift. So more people in, work all day, you can get there after work.
Mhm.
We'll have that open until 6 for 2 weeks, and
You know you're getting old when it's like a holiday when you can bring stuff down there.
Yeah.
Did our dumpsters fill with water today then? Everything floating?
My holes in them, it drains out.
Yeah.
Ellen, you got anything to add?
The only thing I have is, Joel and Top did wrap up the Douglas Court project from last year too. There was a bunch of some surf establishment items to still do this summer. I drove through it on the way in here, and, just need the final paperwork from them. I'm expecting to probably see that for the next council meeting.
No change orders, right?
Easy, Joe.
No, they, you know what, they do such a good job for us, you know, I mean, I didn't expect nothing else, but I know they'd take care of it.
Well, that was a bad time of the year.
Oh,
when
yes.
that project came up. They were really under the gun to get that.
Oh, yeah, like I says, they know the town better than just about anybody, where the pipes and roads and everything run.
Mitch, you got anything to add?
Nothing for me, Mayor and Council.
Steph, you got anything? John?
I did forget to mention one thing.
Yes,
As
sir.
you know, I shot my mouth off last meeting. I go to West Eveleth quite often. Well, I've been going to West Eveleth quite often, and the boards and the drink is coming along really nice. It's moving right along. Someone asked me today if they flooded, but it was after the rain. I think
It was
Joe
me.
said that.
Are they flooding
But,
out there?
they're keeping their word. They're moving right along, and I'm really happy with the whole situation out there.
A lot of kids out there.
Yeah.
You know,
They're taking care of business, so.
They all hand in hand out there, saw a lot of pictures of them, husbands, wives, girlfriends, kids, they're everywhere, and they're just all pitching in. I mean, it's really nice to see.
It is.
Yeah.
That's a good investment, because that'll be.
That
there
was
for
a good
long
investment
time.
for us.
I don't know about that Franklin rink, anybody get any
Well, Jeff Terrell will probably
story on that yet?
let us know about that, won't
We
he?
did straighten that up here a couple weeks ago. We got it all straightened up, and it's,
You gotta foster that.
we stiffened all the boards up, put some new boards on, so it's ready to go for this winter if they wanna use.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, that
It's nice and solid right now.
oh, okay, it's looking pretty shabby. Those have been there a long time too.
It's all fixed up, it's probably better than it was before.
You know what it's nice to see is you look at the Franklin rink and now you look at the West Eveleth rink when it's up. And then you also look at the North Side rink. And when you take a ride around on a Saturday afternoon and you see all the rinks full of kids.
Yep.
Now that brings back memories.
And it's 10 below.
Yeah,
And
you
they're
know,
out there.
I mean, it does. So that's how we all did it.
Well, that's money well spent when you
Yep.
see that. Cause you get these big street projects, you kinda forget about the kids, you know what I mean?
Kids are a big part.
Well, that's what the town is all about. John, anything else?
No, that's about it.
Joe?
No, I got nothing.
Brian?
I have nothing, sir.
Bradley?
Slow time of the year, tired of the rain. I can say that already.
Didn't rain till Joey came into town and started that street.
Yeah.
A dark cloud is following him. I have nothing, further to bring up other than, just, you know, the news station CNN, they're gonna be in town probably tonight and tomorrow. Some filming here, so you might see some people, they're looking for comments, people on the street, and
I gotta get on the street.
so they'd be anxious to listen what, people have to say. So they'll be here a couple days. But other than that, I have nothing else to say. Anybody from the audience have anything to bring up? If not, I'll adjourn the meeting.
You gotta put all